Hi year 8s, in this video I'm going to show you how to do your practice sewing for the first time on fabric. Now the sheet comes from this booklet here and the page looks like this, where it says practice sewing and it shows you some different things to practice up the top, and then next we will then look at the second skill, but first we're going to start up here. You need to make sure that you have your machine all threaded correctly. Okay. And you've also collected and cut out a piece of denim. Darker on the back, lighter on this side. What you want to do with your piece of denim is make sure it's about this sort of square size and draw on with pen or texture lines that are indicated the same as what is in your booklet. So what you can see here is the same lines that are on here are the same lines that I've drawn this way on my fabric. Lines, a square, some curves, and then lines here for my zigzag. I'm now prepared and ready to practice my skills. And on the booklet it tells me to start with my straight stitch, and I'm going to sew on these 4 lines. Well, I want you to do 4. I'll just do 1 to show you. Now to get started we need to check our settings. So I've checked all my threading. The width for straight is 0, so I need to make sure that my stitch width selector is on 0. And moving down to the length, then it's on 2.5. So that's there and that's correct. I'm now ready to start sewing. So I put my fabric underneath, just like we did with the paper, and lower the presser foot, making sure that the guiding groove is on top of the line that I want to sew on. Make sure that I get myself nice and comfortable, and I'm going to do 3 stitches forward and then stop. Making sure my hands are out of the way of the needle. 3. And what we actually need to do when we work with thread, for every single stitch we do is a reverse. What we call it is a back, because you back backwards a couple of times. So I need to hold up the reverse and back tack 1, 2, 3 again. Now I can continue along the whole line. What this does is it sews on top of itself and almost makes a few little knots, so your stitch is not going to come unthreaded. This is important if you're wearing clothes that are sewing, except you don't want them coming unthreaded. So we always do a back tack at the start and at the finish. So I now sew all the way along, and I get to the end, and it's important then I reverse 3 stitches and then back forward again. Use my hand wheel to lift the needle up, lever, and pull my fabric out to the side. I need some scissors to trim off the threads, and I can have a look at my sewing. So hopefully what you have is whatever colour you've sewn in a nice straight line with thicker stitching at the start and at the finish where we've done the back tacking. I then just need to trim off these loose threads and I'm ready for the second row. If you look on the other side, it should also be nice and straight. There shouldn't be any bunches or loops. If there is, it means you need to go back and check your threading. Something has gone wrong. I'm just doing the 1 to show you, but I want you to pause now and then go and do all 4. Okay, we're now ready to do some curves. So we're going to do the curves here. We just do them the same as the straight stitch with the back tack at the start and at the finish, but slowly manoeuvring the fabric side to side to meet the curve. I tuck it under, press the foot down, and stitch forward 3, backwards for 3, and then slowly manoeuvring the fabric to try and stay on the line as best I can. And at the end, I reverse again, needle up, press the foot up, fabric out to the side, and trim. Make sure that you always leave enough thread to dangle over the side. If you cut it too short, you end up having to rethread your needle, and that's very frustrating. So now you can see I've sewn the curve, and I'm ready to do the square box here, which will show my corners. So the same as when we use paper, you need to pivot at the corner. Let's try. Press the foot down, needle down and 3 stitches forward, 3 stitches back, and then off we go again. As I approach the corner, I slow down and use the hand wheel to get the needle in and as close to the corner as I can. I leave the needle down, that's really important. Press a foot up so I can pivot my fabric. Pivot, press a foot down, and I can now keep going. So I want you to do around all of the corners, but I'm going to stop there so you don't get bored. So reverse, because that's the end for me. Let out to the side and trim. The lucky last thing you need to practice when you've completed all of these is the zigzag over here. So remembering you don't need to move anything side to side, the machine does it automatically, we just need to change the settings. And it does tell you that on your booklet. It tells you here we need to have a zigzag, 2.5 width and 2.5 length. So I come over to the stitch width file and I change that to 2.5 and check that I have 2.5 length. Now ready to go. Press a foot down, guiding groove in line with my line. 3 stitches forward, we still do a back with a zigzag, and back, and then off I go again. All the way to the end, and then I reverse to do a back. Fabric out to the side. Okay, I've done one of each. I want you to practice all of them. Really important because you will need to use these for your sewing. I'm now going to show you part 2, which is at the bottom of the page, down here, which asks you to do a double rolled hem and some overlocking. I'm just going to get a new piece of fabric and show you those now. So I've now come over to the iron and I've collected a different piece of fabric. This one is a little bit thinner than denim and is better for doing a double rolled hem. So I'm starting with a square. Make sure you have even edges just to make it easier. I need to do one fold and iron 1 centimetre in. So I'm going to fold this in. See how that's about 1 centimetre? You can check it if you like. And very carefully I'm going to iron that, keeping my fingers away from the iron. What that's going to do is hold down and press that seam to make it easier to sew. But a double rolled hem, we need to do this twice, hence the word double. So I now fold it over again, the same amount, and again I'm going to iron it down just for a few seconds. You can now see that's really crisp and it's holding down itself. I'm going to go back to the machine. So I've ironed my double rolled hem. I now need, so my machine is still threaded and I just need to take it back on straight stitch. So width back to 0, length to 2.5. Now I want to basically sew down the edge of the fold, this edge here. I don't want to sew close to this part of the fold. I sew here and this is just going to flap around. I want to secure it by sewing it on this edge. So the way I do that is I place it under the needle, but I'm lining up, move this closer so you can see, the edge of the presser foot on the left hand side with the left hand edge of the fold. I want to make sure that most of the presser foot is on the fabric so that the back of my fabric is almost at the back of the presser foot so it doesn't get tangled. And so the edge of the presser foot's lined up with the edge of my fabric. Okay, I'm now ready to stitch. So I'm going to do a few stitches forward and then, as always, 3 back, maybe a few more. And now I can keep going, keeping the edge in line with the folded edge. And reversing when you get to the end. Pulling out to the side, and it's ready to cut off. So what I've now got is a thin row of stitching across the top, and here my hem is securely sewn. So it's not going to flap down or come undone, it's nice and secure. I just need to trim the threads. So that's a double rolled hem. What I'm going to do on the other edge is some overlocking. I'm going to move to the overlocker now. I'm here over at the overlocker, and you can see that this is a little bit different to the sewing machine. This is set up, and they have 4 threads across the top. I unthread them because they take a long time to rethread. What's important, remember the first key thing, over the side here we always must leave a trail of the overlocking that at least angles over the edge of the overlocker. Rule number 1. Number 2 is that we only ever overlock straight or curve. We don't ever try and go around the corner. Okay, that's because we need to always have the edge lined up with the edge of the plate here. There's actually a blade in front of the needle, so anything that's dangling over this edge will get off as it goes through the needles. So for that reason, you don't want to be trying to turn a corner or do anything of that sort of angle. The other thing to remember is that it is important to take your time and not go too fast because your overlockers can feel a little bit quick. So if you're unsure, put your foot down, hold the tail, and gently pull it slightly as you What I'm trying to line up is the edge of my fabric here with the edge of the plate. That means that it will trim off any loose ends and it will neatly wrap around and overlock along the edge of our fabric. So keeping my fingers out of the way very slowly, I'm going to overlock along the edge. Now with the sewing machine, other thing you'll see is this is